Michael Ferrara from DSPORT Magazine, and joining me today, a very special guest, Chief Engineer of the Supra, Tada-san. Tada-san, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And also with us, Toshi Hayama, who will be doing the translation for us today. The first question, you had the opportunity to do the design on both the 86 and the Supra.
Yeah.
Does everybody else at the company hate you then?
また両方とも開発したんで、嫌われ者になっちゃったんですか。
まあそれは自動車会社のエンジニアの夢だからね。
But that is truly the dream of any vehicle chief engineer.
まあ一つのスポーツカーでもね、開発できるのはとっても夢のようなことなのに。
It's a dream just to develop one sports car as it is, and to be able to make two.
これ以上のその車好きの夢はないですよね。
There's probably nothing better for a car enthusiast and a car lover.
So let me ask you this. A parent is never supposed to say that they like one kid better over the other. But which is your favorite kid?
だから僕はね、この2人の息子にちゃんと別々の役割を与えてるからね。
So for one, he gave each of his sons a special mission and a special role.
86はかなりその86の前長いことトヨタは量産のスポーツカーを作ってない時期があったんだね。
And so during the 86, Toyota had not created a sports car for a very long time.
だから久しぶりのスポーツカーなので、まあトヨタファンにもう一回スポーツカーとの付き合い方を思い出してほしいと。そんな思いを込めて作ったのが86です。
So when they released the car, they wanted the customer to be able to rekindle what it's like to live with a sports car and what to do with sport, and that's the intent that they had when they developed that car.
まあそれはカスタマイズしたりとか、あと運転も86はあえてグリップの低いタイヤを使うことで、滑り出しが速くてね、安全に例えばドリフトのコントロールが学べるみたいな、まあそんなキャラクターの車なんです。
And of course, for customization and driving, the 86 came with intentionally low grip tires so that the car would slide out under controllable conditions and you could really enjoy the car.
だから飛行機で言うと練習機みたいなね。
So if we were to use an analogy, they'd be like a training airplane.
だけど練習機を出したらもう世界中のファンがね、とってもそれでよく練習してくれて、トヨタのファンのレベルがすごい上がったなっていう感じを感じてます。
And so with that training plane that was given out, he feels that the Toyota enthusiasts all over the world, they raised their technique, and he really feels that everybody's experience came up.
だから次はちょっと違う世界をね、トヨタファンに見せてみたいなと思って作ったのがスープラです。
And so then he wanted to show those people a new realm, and that was where the Supra came into play.
だからスープラはそうですね、ジェット戦闘機みたいな。
So the Supra would be a jet.
So with the Supra and actually doing the design of that, you were kind of handed a platform on the Z4 that you had to actually become almost a tuning engineer rather than starting from the ground level. Do you find it easier if you would have started from the ground level, or do you like the challenge of starting from and being a final phase engineer?
車を Z4 渡されたとプラットフォームで、そこからちょっとチューナー並みに変えたと思うんですけど、ゼロから始めた方が楽だと思いましたか。
それが間違ってる。
So actually, that's the biggest misconception that's out there right now.
Z4 のプラットフォームがあって、それをスープラにお願いしたわけでは全然ないんですよね。
It's not the case where the platform for the Z4 existed and that we used it and adapted it for the Supra.
Okay.
そもそもどんなプラットフォームを作って、もうベストなオープンスポーツカーとクーペのスポーツカーを作るかというところから BMW と議論を始めました。
So initial conversations with BMW started with what is the ideal platform dimension size to create the ultimate roadster and the coupe.
で、まあ例えて言うなら、ポルシェのボクスターとケイマンのような。
So for instance, you have the Porsche Boxster and the Porsche Cayman.
だから僕らはスープラで、ケイマンに並ぶような車を作りたかったし。
So we wanted to build a car, the Supra, to go up against the Cayman.
で BMW はそのオープンカーで、ボクスターに並ぶような。
And BMW created the Z4 as a roadster to go up against the Boxster.
でそのためにはどんなプラットフォームを作ろうか、どんなディメンション、フルベース、トレッド、受信口、そういうことを議論して決めたのがこのプラットフォームです。
And so the platform that you see in front of you was the result of talking about what's the best wheelbase, what's the best tread, and also what's the best center of gravity.
だから一つ前の Z4 と 新しい Z4 スープラのディメンションを比べてもらうと全く違うことが分かると思います。
So if you take the old Z4 dimensions and you compare it to the new ones, you'll see that it's completely different.
でそうやってプラットフォームのディメンションを決めた後に僕たちはチームを分けてスープラチームと、Z4 チームデザインチームも全然分かれてお互いそんな干渉せずにずっと開発を進めてきました。
And so once those basic dimensions were set, then they split the development teams, including design, completely, ran their own course, didn't talk to each other, and that's what you see right now.
Gotcha. Yes, I guess that is a big misconception. People are always comparing the Supra to the Z4 and saying, oh, it's Toyota's tuning of that vehicle. But it's interesting to see that from the ground level, it was actually developed with your intentions.
だからよくね Z4 とスープラどっちがいいんだみたいな質問を私は受けるんですが、
So a lot of people ask him, which one's better, the Z4 or the Supra?
比べるのは、Z4 とスープラではなくて、ケイマンとボクサーと比べてほしい。
Yeah, so it's not a comparison between the Supra and the Z4. He wants you to compare it to the Boxster and the Cayman.
Gotcha. Makes sense. The JZA80, a big comparison between the new Supra. They're very much different. The JZA80 longer wheelbase, it became something very popular for drag racing, Zeroyon and stuff, and not very capable on a track. This Supra, fifth generation Supra, completely different.
グランドツーリングみたいな性格からねピュアスポーツに変わったのはですね、これGR スープラって名前ついてるんだけど、GR っていうのはそのレーステクノロジーから量産車を作るっていう発想の集団なのね。
So moving from a grand touring car to a sports car concept, as you know, it's called the GR Supra. And the GR, what that actually equates to is the fact that it takes in feedback from motorsports, in the pure motorsports realm.
だからサーキット生まれのスポーツカーってことで、まさにそのグランツーアラー的な性格は全部捨ててピュアなスポーツカーとしてこの新しいスープラは生まれました。
So it's a track-bred sports car, and so he actually threw away all the grand touring aspects of it and really focused on the pure essence of the sports.
So you guys had a vehicle at the 24-hour race at Nurburgring, is that correct? What did you learn from that?
やっぱりねニュルにその世界中の自動車メーカーが開発のために何で行くかっていうとレースで勝つとか、そういうのもあるんですけどその車の欠点がものすごく分かりやすいそのサーキットなんですよね。
So the reason why global manufacturers actually test and race at the Nur is because it's not to win. Well, of course, that might be a thing, but it's actually that track shows all the weaknesses of a car very, very clearly. It's easy to see.
だからこのスープラも、ニュルで熟成することによってかなり短い時間でレベルが相当上がったと思います。
And by developing the car on the Nur, they were able to extract the best performance in the shortest amount of time, and that's what he feels.
それはパフォーマンスだけではなくて例えば信頼性とかね耐久性みたいなところも合わせて開発ができるんですよね。
And that's not just performance only, that includes reliability and durability as well.
What would you like the public to know about this vehicle that you feel like they don't know yet? What are the misconceptions? What's the most important message about this car?
さっき言ったレーシングぐらいでサーキット向けの車って感じで伝わってると思うんですけど、もちろん一般道もね、すごく楽しく走れる車です。
So right now, the image and the perception might be that this is a really track-specific, track-bred, pure sports car, but it's a really enjoyable street car as well.
Yeah, that is part of that, because I got to drive the car here, and on the way here, on the roads, it rode like Grand Touring car. I mean, a super good suspension, very comfortable. My first impression when I sat in the seat, I'm cramped. This is a small car, right? But I drove it. It grew. It really got more comfortable to the fact that I felt like the interior grew on me and the car became more comfortable. What are some of the secrets to having that suspension that works so well on the track, but is so compliant and gives such a good ride on the street?
それはですね、まずこの車の開発のステージは普通いわゆるテストコースで車の、熟成をだんだんするんですけど。
So first off, for the development process of a car like this, first we'll take the car out on a test course and put it through its paces.
だけどこの車はもう最初のプロトタイプができた時からもう一般道を中心に、熟成をしました。
But on this particular car, since the early prototypes, streets street testing was a priority during the development.
でストレートと言ってるのはヨーロッパのですねすごく道の荒れたワインディングロードとか、
And in particular, the European winding roads with really bad road surface conditions.
まあ、例えば皆さんよく知ってる自転車のツール・ド・フランスでアルプスを越えていく
So you might be familiar with the Tour de France and how they go over the Alps.
まさにねツール・ド・フランスで有名なその、峠もいくつもテストを何回もやりました。
And so actually he repeatedly ran tests on that very road for development.
もちろんアメリカでもテストを何回もやっていて
And of course, he did a lot of testing in America.
まあ、西海岸のテストから始まって
West Coast testing.
ミシガンのもうひどいハイウェイでもテストしましたし
all the way to the terrible highways in Michigan.
でそれは何のためかというとその悪い道ほど車をうまく走らせるのが難しいんだよね。
And the reason he did that is because the worse the road conditions are, the harder it is to have the car ride well.
まあ、サーキットとかフラットのところはねサスペンションを固めてちょっといいタイヤを作れば結構どんな車でもうまく走るんだよね。
On the track, you can, any kind of car can just stiffen up the suspension, put some good tires on it, and you're done.
だけどそういう荒れた路面だともういつもサスペンションがうまく動いてボディがしっかりしていないと道からこう飛んでっちゃう。
But on really bad roads, if the suspension's not always moving, you got to keep it firmly planted. And if you make it too stiff, it just flies off the road.
だからこのスープラはボディ剛性も例えば LFA よりも高い迫力の2倍以上ある剛性のあるボディをまず作ってものすごくスムーズに動くサスペンションを作って今みたいな。
And so one of the things he did was to give it a structural rigidity that's actually higher than the LFA. It's about 2 times stiffer than the 86. And making sure that there's a lot of suspension travel as well. So that combination is what allows this car to get that kind of ride.
Got you. Now, you've often said that the way that you've tuned this car, the suspension, the engine, the transmission, the active LSD, you've kind of tuned it all together to work well. And you say it delivers balance. But sometimes auto manufacturers and the media use the term balance as a way to say that something's boring. Like the NSX. Oh, it's well balanced. Well, if you get in the the original NSX, it is boring. But this car's not boring. So what word do you want to use instead of balanced?
それはね自動でいろんなことを制御しているっていうわけではなくて
So first, it's not like it's electronically controlled, for different functions.
必ずドライバーのコントロールを一番に考えてる
The priority is always on driver control.
できるだけその自動コントロールみたいな要素を排除しようというのがそもそもの思想なんですね
And so the main goal is to actually try to eliminate as much intervention as possible.
だから、まあ、電子制御みたいなものも、まあ、要するにレギュレーションでつけなきゃいけないものはまあしょうがないよね
So for instance, electronic control assist that you need for regulation, there's really not much you can do about that.
まあ、今回そういう意味で言うと目新しいのはデファレンシャルのアクティブデフなんだよね
But maybe one of the highlights of the technology this time might be something like the active diff.
まあ、これもなるべくその自然な感じでね働くようにってことを一番に考えて承認してます
But he prioritized the tuning to make it a very natural, organic feeling.
まあいずれはドライバーがマニュアルで変えられるとかね、まあ、そんなファンクションもね実現できたらいいと思ってます
So eventually he'd love to see something to where also the driver might be able to control the amount of the working of the differential. So
なるべくドライバーにいろんなことを委ねたいっていうのがスープラの発色もそうなんだけどそういう考え方で、スポーツカーを作ってます
So he really wants to empower the driver, and that's why he would develop cars like the 86 and the Supra, and that's what drives his development.
Very good. So he alluded to we're going to see in the minor changes, we're going to see driver control of the differential, more power, and what else? No, but seriously.
まあモアパワーというのはもうエンドレスなね
Yes,
車ファンの要求なので
Endless fun.
何馬力になったら OK ってわけじゃないですよね
It's not a matter of if you hit a certain horsepower, it's okay.
No, never, of
オ
course.
ールでそのリクエストがもうユーザーから
He's always getting requests from users
エ
anyway.
ンドレスディスカッションみたいな
Endless discussion.
So which mode does he drive in? When he hops in one, how is his settings? Where is he setting his, is he in sport and normal? Where is he doing with his traction control? How does he enjoy the Supra the most?
自分で乗る場合はどういうどういうセッティングで走ってるんですか？
まあもちろんだから普段はねノーマルボード
He's a normal, just during the day, yeah, normal.
そうですよ。そんないつもバリバリ言ってたら
He's not like he's backfiring every day. Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time. Congratulations
Oh,
on the
thank you so
vehicle.
much.
You did a great job. And guys, if you guys want to know more, turn to the pages of DSPORT Magazine.